Hey guys, I have a Saturday editorial for you. And this one is a success story of sorts. I mean, it's not total success. Somebody lost their life. But this cop, or former cop as it were, gets 40 years to life. That's kind of a success story. And he'll do what, 20 plus before he gets paroled, before they let him out. Unless he wins on appeal. You know, the cop union could appeal it and go, the cop didn't be now. But he's a former cop. He wasn't a cop at the time he was sentenced. But I'm going to go through it real quick here from ABC News. Thank you, abcnews.go.com, for this story out of California. A former Los Angeles Police Department officer was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison for the murder of a 23-year-old man. Henry Solis said he was acting in self-defense while attempting to arrest Salom Rodriguez on March 13, 2015, in Pomona, California, for an alleged assault and robbery, according to court documents. Police at the time of the shooting said Solis and Rodriguez got into an altercation that escalated after Solis pursued the other man on foot and fired multiple shots. But prosecutors with the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office said Solis pursued Rodriguez as he walked past him outside an unnamed bar, opened fire, and killed Rodriguez, according to a statement issued on Wednesday after the sentencing. Although Solis was off duty and a probationary officer at the time, he testified in his own defense that he is on duty 24 hours a day and even presented his badge during the encounter, according to court documents. Surveillance video from the street captured portions of the incident and was shown at the trial, according to court documents. A jury found 32-year-old Solis guilty of second-degree murder in February after 2 days of deliberations. Solis' attorney, Bradley Brunnan, was disappointed with the verdict, according to Los Angeles Times. Brunnan said, according to the LA Times, quote, "Henry Solis is a good person. He spent years serving the country honorably and would have made a terrific peace officer. Unfortunately, this event occurred and derailed his plans. We felt that the evidence didn't warrant a murder conviction, perhaps manslaughter on a theory of provocation or imperfect self-defense. The jury didn't agree. 40 to life is a big jolt for anybody, particularly somebody who's never had a misdeed in his life," that says Brunnan, the attorney. After the shooting, Solis fled the scene and met up with his father, who drove him to El Paso, Texas, where he crossed the border into Mexico, prosecutors said. His 53-year-old father was convicted by a federal jury in June 2015 for making a false statement to the FBI about Solis' whereabouts. Solis was fired by the LAPD while on the run and before he was arrested by Mexican authorities in May of 2015. Rodriguez's mother and father filed a federal civil rights and wrongful death lawsuit in the U.S. District Court in Central District of California against Solis, the city of Los Angeles, and 50 unidentified people. The city responded to the lawsuit saying that it lacks sufficient information, but noted that Solis' actions were reasonable and necessary for self-defense, according to documents. I'm going to get back to that. Solis failed to appear in court and did not respond to the lawsuit, according to court documents. The lawsuit was put on pause in January, pending the results of the criminal trial. Yes, and now he's been sentenced to 40 years to life. I've read some things in here. I'm going to work backwards here so that I can scroll up, and I want to point out some things that's wrong with people upstairs. First of all, the city of Los Angeles, which responded to the lawsuit saying it lacks sufficient information. Solis' actions were reasonable and necessary for self-defense, according to documents. Yes, because when you kill someone in self-defense, you call your family and say, "Can you drive me to Mexico?" And you cross the border and hide out. That's what you do when you kill somebody in self-defense. Well, I was defending myself. Now I'm going to defend myself against trial. What? No, that's what a murderer does. They cross the border into Mexico from the United States and hide out down there. That's not what somebody that was defending their own life does. That's what somebody does when they killed someone in murder and they take off. it was reasonable and necessary for self-defense to what? Kill the guy and then run to Mexico? What is wrong with Los Angeles, man? They're the most screwed up city next to New York, of course. The NYPD is more screwed up, but LA, in California, you are the most screwed up city in the state of California. Just for that statement alone. Whoever made that statement, his lawyer says he was a good person. He spent years serving the country. Who cares? And I mean that. Who cares that he served the country? He came back to California and killed somebody. And don't tell me, well, it was self-defense. No, he ran to Mexico and hid out. But he says here, he would have made a terrific peace officer. Well, he made a good cop as far as cops go. He murdered somebody and then lied about it. He made a great cop. Defense attorneys, man. All about the money, all about the face. They don't care about the truth. It's a chess match, guys. If you think the justice system is fair, you're out of your fucking mind. It is a chess match. Checkmate, da-da-da. And don't tell me, well, checkmate is obeying the law. No, it's how much you know and how you can argue it in court. It doesn't matter if it's the truth or not. What it matters is, can you convince a jury? Because if it was all about the truth, then that defense attorney wouldn't even have made the statement he made. Well, it should have been manslaughter. No, it was murder. The guy ran to Mexico and hid out. If it was manslaughter, he would have been like, I'm sorry. He would have stayed and said, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I thought he was going to die and I shot him. That's manslaughter. Manslaughter is finding your wife with somebody and you just lose your mind. You shoot them because you loved your wife so much. That's manslaughter. Shooting somebody and then fleeing to Mexico and hiding out so that you have to be arrested by the Mexican authorities isn't manslaughter. That's murder. And that could be argued. I'm thinking about it. But it's not self-defense. He says he was off duty. Well, that side. He says he's a probationary officer and he says, I'm a cop 24 hours a day. You know this motherfucker pulled his badge. You know he did and then shot the guy. You know he pulled his badge. I'm a cop, man. Because that's what they do. I'm a cop. Don't fuck with me. I'll kick your ass and I have the legal right to do it. You ever watch the movie 48 Hours? When Eddie Murphy says, I have a badge. You know what that means? I have the legal right to kick your ass. Or I don't remember how the exact quote goes. But you remember that? Yeah, that's the way they think, man. This cop got 40 years to life. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I want to know what you think about what I've said. The link to this story will be in the description box. Thank you for watching on this Saturday. I'm going to lay down a little bit. I got a headache. Maybe I have coronavirus. Oh, no. Don't say that. I need to go get some toilet paper. Oh, we're all out. Thanks, guys, for watching. Community Leo Watch on a Saturday.